Hello everyone, it's DudetheDude here, and we're back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, where today we're gonna finish this trial. Not Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, I mean Ace Attorney Justice for All. I'm used to that intro, okay, back to when I was doing the first game, which was called Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Now it's Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. My bad, but okay. Let's do this, okay, we're gonna finish this case, okay, we're gonna save this guy, who is like sweating right now, and he's calling us sweeties. I can't believe it, Acro? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is! And I think he was almost the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Ahem! Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. I heard of him, I'm like, Grossberg? No, not yet. He's not here yet. He did? Psst, psst, cough. But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? Alright, never mind, it's not mine who did that. It's somebody else. But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Hey, pal! Ah, it's Gumshoe. You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence? Ah, Detective Gumshoe. Ah, forget it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. No, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? You've got some really tasty milk. How about a court trick, Detective? How? Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here you go. Huh? This was yesterday in Acro's room? Yup, and I've included the forensic results. Take a look at it later. Won't Ms. Varkarma be mad that you're doing this? That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really analyzed or anything, but everything that happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know. Ms. Varkarma doesn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me. I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. Maybe she should take that advice herself. What did he mean by that? The very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic in there. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Ah, don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? I know, shocker. Also, I know you're shirtless, but why does it look like your butt's also naked too? It's milk. The reception area looks like it's some kind of... I cannot tell if he genuinely likes milk, or are they just, like, making fun of him. Like, this is, like, they're calling him a man-child. Or if they think this is, like, actually gonna be helpful. I cannot tell. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk? For me? Oh, I guess that is very important to him. He's like, oh my goodness. You guys shouldn't have. Thank you. Maybe they like him a little bit more. Or they're just trying to be decent human beings. Okay, anyways. Court is now back in session. Ms. Varkarma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit to the crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Nick, are you okay? Nick! Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Trying to do most audible gulp. Okay, about a ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Russellberry Circus made me a slave. He took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wasn't paid, but I mean, whatever. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. So I repaid him for all the horrible things he did to me by killing him. Nah, I'm joking. He wouldn't have done that. He was here to kill his daughter. You're such a thoughtful young man. He was jealous, He was just like, oh, he's 9 years old. Remember? He's 9 years old. He's 26, right? When he was 9 years old, about who? No! Fuck. I was about to click autoplay. I clicked autoplay, but I was about to let it continue. No, I gotta go to profiles. Look, when he was 9 years old, when he became an acrobat, okay, he was 26, right? When he's 26, yeah, he already has a little brother, but when he was 9 years old, okay, look who was about to be born, okay? He was about, yeah, That was about 15 years ago. 15 years ago, a competition. Oh my goodness, he started focusing on her instead. He was jealous of his little sister. It's the boss baby, guys, I'm telling you. As you heard, the witness deeply disrespected the victim. I mean, not disrespected, deeply respected the victim. He deeply disrespected his victim's daughter, aka basically his little sister, because he was jealous of her getting all the attention. I wonder if anyone could think that Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. Or maybe he just killed the man because he was jealous that he was just upset that he gave more attention to her than him. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there's no reason for cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the Ringmaster? Because he was not trying to kill the Ringmaster, he was trying to kill someone else. That's why the Ringmaster came in disguise, because he remembered the note on the bulletin board? It was for somebody else? This might be my last question to answer that question. Of course I'll cross-examine. The defense has the right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Just want to get some information, okay? I'm not gonna press on it. I'm not gonna present anything. I just want to press on him. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. Hold it! We? My little brother and I. Yes, my brother Sean and I. Exactly. Foreshadowing. He's mentioning his brother. His brother's very important to him. That's why he'll kill anyone who hurts his brother. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. That's when Regina was born. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us. Because they're dead anyways. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the very big circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories, it looks like. Oh! Nick crying in court. That's my job. I mean, let's keep going. The witness may proceed with his testimony. Let the judge cry, Von Karma. This is like allowing you a chance. This is what you want. You want the judge to feel you want the judge to feel empathetic towards this guy, so that way my client is more likely to be declared guilty, because the judge will be less likely to declare this guy guilty. Do you not understand how your own whatever? She's incompetent and let's use it to her advantage. Okay. Hold it! How would you describe your relationship with the Ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled into one. I mean, it's a good thing Varkon was incompetent. Otherwise, if she was competent, she would have taken advantage of that. She would have been like, don't you see, Judge? Agra's completely innocent, and this guy, Max, took away the most important person to him. His foster father. I forgot his name. Russell Berry! His foster father, Russell Berry. He took him away from him. Oh my goodness, you're right. My verdict's guilty. Get out of here, Phoenix. What? Wait. You can't just declare guilty. I'm in the middle of press-examining. No! It's guilty. I mean, I'm not gonna fight back. I mean, it's this guy I'm worried about. I'm not in the mood to fight back for this guy. No, Phoenix, aren't you gonna do anything? Maya, you're just crying in there right now. Okay, fine. I think Agro's innocent. Look at his sob story. I'm crying too. Maybe let's all imagine that Agro is the good guy and that the Max was the bad guy. No! Anyways, he was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother all rolled into one. Oh, yeah. We were pressing. The Ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had. What about other people at the circus? This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were very few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But Ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and a smile. What a beautiful story! But I don't give a fuck. That's why I was always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him. Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person? I called it. I know. He seems like a nice guy, which is what makes this so difficult. So then how long have you been a performer? I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. Hold it! You started off as an acrobat at that early of an age? I begged the Ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We call ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries. It's nearly a household name. I've even heard of them in Germany. Liar! The point is, I'm sorry, Acro. Even though you might be a murderer, that was by accident. I know. I mean, you still wanted to murder someone, but you killed the wrong person. Whatever. I'm not gonna give you Von Karma's voice, because, you know, that is... Not even a murderer deserves to get Von Karma's voice. Anyways, the point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You're a truly remarkable young man. The judge keeps looking at Acro almost like a proud father. I wanted to find a way to repay the Ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. That's why I wanted to kill his daughter. Did you ever had any trouble with the Ringmaster? Ow! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have some sort of fundamental misunderstanding of this witness testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? That I don't give a fuck about, but maybe other people will give a fuck about, and that'll make me win the fucking trial, which I do give a fuck about. You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. Ow! 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 Ow!
No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see this witness ever taking the victim's life.
Thank you. Exactly! I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking at like a jerk.
I think that'll be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this man would kill the Ringmaster leads me to believe that it is pretty unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
I would like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Acro would want the Ringmaster dead?
I can't provide one. He would not want him dead. But of course I'm gonna search up the walkthrough just to make sure that the walkthrough does the exact same thing. Skip. Okay. I can't provide one. Just wanted to check. Just wanted to confirm. Okay, because what did the game give me the wrong thing, okay? Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
Well, what?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all. Ah! Your foolish attempt to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? That's what the people who I like destroy in like arguments in like my group chats are saying. You foolish fool! You just contradicted yourself, and I just destroyed them facts and logic, and then they get like really upset at me, and then they kick me out of the group chat. I believe it was. This is a real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night. What did you just say? I'm saying that the target of this witness murderous plot was not the Ringmaster. Because it was never his intention to kill Russell Berry to begin with. What? Okay, I think it'll be Regina, right? Because we have evidence that strictly tells us, oh yeah, he was trying to go for Regina. Not like Ben and the other guy. Order! Not like Ben and the other guy who are trying to go for her in that way. I'm talking about like go murder her. Like out for her. Not in that way either. Okay. Save.
Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face. Twice if you must. Right? What in the world are you trying to do to my court?
Oh! Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to this court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro is trying to kill someone else? Yeah, Regina, before that. But before that, though. Before Karma, he was trying to kill Von Karma, no. Before that, though, I need to check the walkthrough, just make sure that I'm on the right track of things. I don't want to lose health. Let me check. Regina? Yep. Had to confirm. Present! Take that! Regina Berry?
This young girl is the Ringmaster's daughter, correct?
Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's mean-spirited, leading question. I disagree. He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong. That's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to...
Oh! The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. Oh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I thought you were gonna change like, that goes to you too, Judge.
And the judge will be like, okay. Even though I gave my contempt of court for the stupidest reasons, I'm gonna let you go out of this one.
Yay! Show me evidence, now! I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl.
Okay, we can just... I don't need to even look at the walkthrough for this one.
I'm gonna pop up again. Here. I mean, this should be obvious. Take that! Acro, remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled, "To the Murderer." Its purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order! 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 Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours. It's a truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her. Which is why, the morning of the crime, she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the Ringmaster, saw the note? That's correct. The Ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake. Instead of Regina. That's incredible! Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? So him wearing Max's suit was just a coincidence. God damn it, I was on the right track. But then I was like, no, but he put in Regina's coat, and the Ringmaster was wearing Max's coat, so that way he could fool the murderer into thinking he was Max. Nope, he just wore Max's clothes for... We'll find out eventually. Lifting the bust and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out the window myself. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of his window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Acro thought it was Regina down in the plaza! And that's when he let the bust fly. Hey Nick, isn't Regina listening to all of this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. I think she's she's a little too naive to understand what's going on. Anyways, Acro wrote this note to Regina. I'm kidding. I think she can tell. Her name is being called, and she can clearly hear me saying, "Yeah, he wanted to kill you." So yeah, I don't think she's that naive. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool ideas of foolish tomfoolery. Did I read the judge's dialogue? It doesn't even matter at this point. You're so foolish, you've made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell me about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Yes? What about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina Berry, it would mean that this note was declaring that Regina Berry is a murderer. You just don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The Ringmaster knew what that note meant, which is why he went to the plaza in place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that is alluded to in the note? The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time. Moron! Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case has its start in what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know, I certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident 6 months ago is actually... Here? Let me just check. Ooh, pepper. Oh, so the tiger... Ah, that's why the tiger smiled, because somebody put a little bit of pepper. That made him sneeze. Ooh. Oh, that's why he said murderer. Because he thought Regina was the one who did the pepper. Maybe Regina did. She was trying to do a prank on him, but then the tiger actually bit down instead of just sneezing. Oh. Because she's stupid, right? She's naive, right? So she thought, oh, if I put pepper while his head is in the mouth, if I put pepper, the tiger's just gonna sneeze, and he's gonna be so gross, and he's gonna be full of boogers. But no, the tiger bit on his head. Let's see. Let me see. Let me just check. I think it's this. What? What did you just say? The incident 6 months ago. Are you sure it relates to... Alright, where's the proof? If I can answer that question, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. Inclusive evidence about 6 months ago actually is. Just wanted to check. Or pepper. There we go. Actually, here we go. Take that! Achoo! 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 What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix? Did I put a pepper in his mouth? In his nose? Did I just go up to the judge and be like, smell this? Achoo! I'm giving. Oh wait, wait. No, I feel bad for a judge. He's like, because I feel like when you're getting older, I think sneezing, like doing like this sort of like intense sneeze is gonna hurt you more. So why am I like giving a judge sneeze? Okay, I know he can be like a little silly, but I don't think he deserves to like just give you achoo, achoo. I don't think he deserves that. We should do the karma instead. It isn't a joke at all. It's decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away with him. He was doing so because this piece of decisive evidence is what was inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking a note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw. Objection! Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. Did you even talk to the witness, man? I mean, well, you don't mind if I say man. I was gonna say, oh, I mean, sorry, ma'am. But you're fine if I call you man, like M-A-N instead of M-A-apostrophe-A-M. Foolish fool who never tires of his own foolish ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix, right, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? I mean, it was this guy, wasn't it? I just want to check. Maybe she didn't mean to hurt Sean. Let's see. Take that. Wait, what did, okay. I'm looking at the walkthrough. Yeah, this is that. I just wanted to check. Take that! Who is this? That is Akra's younger brother. Objection! What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead! Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Akra could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, she did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Akra's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Sean Dingling? Oh my goodness. I hate... Okay. It sounds like Sean D.D. Combs, and you know, it normally would not matter, but like people just keep talking about him over and over and over again. It's, oh man, I hate. I mean, I understand why, you know, it's juicy celebrity stuff. Ooh, celebrity getting to these allegations. Ooh, the allegations keep getting bigger and bigger. Ooh, but like, come on, he has a normal name, Sean Dingling, okay, and that got ruined because of this guy. Okay, of course. I know it's still a pun, right? Sean Dingling, or he's Dingling, Ken Dingling, you know, they're both Dingling, and they have, like, their first names rhyme, because you know they're brothers, and their last names are Dingling, because you know they're acrobats, but still. Come on, it was still a normal name, and then, yeah, 2020's drama ruined it, of course. Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They do not understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. Yeah, she was doing that as a prank because she's stupid. Anyways, so then what happened to Alfred's brother? I call her stupid, and then the ringmaster's ghost comes to life and just like punches me. Be like, don't call my daughter stupid. I'll be like, he's not the victim of an attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. I think the napkin will be it. I think that'll be like the confirmation. Let me just check the walkthrough. I'm sorry, guys. I just have to check because I don't want to lose so much health. Let's see. What does the walkthrough say? Wait. I didn't click the record record. I clicked the record record by accident. Nah, what did I do? Did my mouse? Okay, whatever. I thought it's asking me to present. No, we do. No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? Now what do we do? No one yet. I'm checking the walkthrough. Same position. It was just an accident. Yeah. Okay. I suppose it was truly an accident. It's essential that a man knows when to give up, Mr. Phoenix, right? I find it attractive. Anyways, it's impossible to prove Miss Barry's involvement in a murder attempt, isn't it? Ha! Instigating a line to attack? Whoever heard of something like that? And to think that the defense claimed that this was conclusive evidence. A small bottle of pepper. A lion. What's their connection? Ah! What's the matter, Nick? I figured it out. Wow, it was right in front of my nose the entire time. Your Honor? Wait. What is it? The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. What? Oh, so it didn't matter. That's why there's no health, I think. You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix, right? There's no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited a lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Acro's brother. Bad. I was about to present that. No. I'm gonna use this. Okay, just want to check the walkthrough. Looking at the walkthrough right now. Let me check. Okay. I'm sorry, this episode's getting slowed down, but it's actually going faster because I'm not, like, yapping. Okay. Scarf. Confirmed. Okay, scarf is confirmed. Present! Take that! That's just a scarf. Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave the scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There's something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor. Oh, no, she didn't try to do a prank. She just put pepper in the scarf so that way he sneezed when she gave it to him, but instead a lion sneezed. Oh. What? And what, I think? And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could. Hey, what's with this silent treatment? I like that. I just know this bird bird poking me. Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job at fingering a criminal. Oh, Judge. Okay, this is not aging well, man. You've done a good job of fingering a criminal. I thought you were gonna say figuring out a criminal, but no, fingering a criminal. But out of curiosity, what is her crime? A bird is still pecking me. The bird's like, stop! Leave my master alone. My owner alone. Miss Berry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge just doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix, right? Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Ah, even Von Krumel gets it now. Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lion sneeze. Fuck. Okay, so maybe Von Krumel is a little not honest. Because she didn't have to go like, oh my goodness, are you saying? She didn't have to do that for me, but she did, so. Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. Oh. So that's how you murder someone? You can just, so if you want to murder someone at a circus, you just put pepper at their nose? Please don't do that, guys. Don't murder people at circuses. Okay, don't do that. Okay, if you're, first of all, you're going to traumatize the entire audience. And second of all, you just killed the person. But if you're going to murder someone, don't traumatize the entire audience, man. And don't try to do it through a line. Do it through a painless death, man. And just don't murder someone in general. Please don't murder someone in general. But if you're gonna murder someone, do it through a painless. Okay, I don't want to get in trouble by the FBI or the police in general by saying if you're gonna murder someone, please don't do it through painful methods like a lion biting it. You know, at least preserve the body so that way when they bury the body, you know, their head is still attached. Okay, at least do that much honor to their family. Okay, at least give the family that satisfaction. You don't have to. If you don't like the person, cool, but you don't have to. Okay, whatever. He sneezed because of all the pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me. What's the matter, Miss Wakarma? Object for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix, right? This theory, you believe it?
Uh, uh. You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed into the pepper, and that's when Bad lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. And another tragic villain. Oh my goodness. I mean, I liked it when we were able to take down people like Red White, who were just like plain awful, and same with Von Karma. I mean, Yeni was also a tragic villain, and V Vasquez kind of to an extent. Not really. She was also blackmailing. She had mafia connections. I mean, I guess it was like kind of bad. Feel bad because like at the very end, there was a flashback to when the accident happened, and she was like so sad over her like boyfriend dying. I think it's implied that it was her boyfriend that died in the accident in Steel Samurai case, right? Still not exactly a tragic villain. She was still like a pretty like ruthless person. But come on, this guy, and then Eeny Meeny. He didn't even have a breakdown. He was just sad. He's just sad. He's just sad, man. Maybe that's why people don't like this case. He's too tragic. He's too sad, man. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. I mean, Yin Yagi was also pretty sad, and that's like, Turnabout Goodbyes is known as like one of the best Ace Attorney cases, I believe. So, you foolish idiot! Ha. Ha ha ha. It almost does seem like a terrible joke. Doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true? Acro? You can't mean witness? Or you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would that problem be? The same problem it's always been. Evidence. I forgot about... okay. Someone in the trial, I think I got his voice a little down closer to my voice instead of the D voice I was going with, but whatever. It's fine. It's deep voice now. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster. Where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof to be precise. Same thing goes with Max's case, man. So if there's no murder weapon, technically that means, yeah, if there's no murder weapon to be found, then that means, in general, you can't rule a guilty verdict. Okay, that's the prosecution's fault. But at the same time, this is based on Japanese court system, so I'm guessing they get away with this stuff, so. The murder weapon. The bust that the defense claims was used, because, I mean, in the US, right, the burden of proof is the prosecution's, right? So the prosecution has to prove that that my client will be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. If they don't find a murder weapon, yeah, I'm sorry, but like it's a jury trial, right? But if you don't have the murder weapon, then yeah, there's like some reasonable doubt about the murder, and that will cause a jury to vote not guilty usually. I mean, of course, if the defendant was plain unlikable, if the defendant was clearly had huge motives and all that stuff, then yeah, jury probably still vote guilty because it looks like they look like the obvious murderer. And if there's nobody else at the scene, obviously, even if you don't find a murder weapon, still looks like they did it. But Max still has no evidence. There's no motive for Max. There's no murder weapon for Max. It's almost definitely. There's no explanation for how Max did it if he flew away, right? According to the story of how Max did the crime. Whereas Acro at least has a motive. Acro has a motive. Acro's story actually makes sense. The only thing you have to find is a murder weapon. That's it. But everything else is there. Much more evidence than for Max's case. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Yes, it would be. Huh. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. See how things work out first. No. Let me see what the tutorial does. I'm so desperate, man. So desperate. Okay. Imagination. Okay. Let's look at the choice. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... Okay, wait. The case is won. See how things work out first, apparently. Hold it. Okay, let's do this. It might be worthwhile to search Acro's room, but... Why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma total justice. How? How are you going to rule my client as guilty, though? I mean, I guess it really is the guilty until proven not guilty in this court system, because they haven't established much proof that Max did the murder weapon either. I mean, it's my job to prove that somebody else did the murder, because, oh, look, the police arrested this guy, now you have to provide overwhelming evidence to show that somebody else did a crime. I guess. More evidence than the police and prosecution brought for this case to begin with. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You'd leave no stone unturned. Did you accuse me? Von Karma never leaves anything to chance. We already searched Acker's room yesterday, and we took out all the evidence. I mean, no. What did you find? There's no reason to even say it. If we found what do you think we found in the room, Acker would not be here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was done in the room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. I mean, maybe it is true that she would have not brought Max as a witness. She would have just, like, arrested him, because then she would get credit, be like, oh my goodness, because in my investigation, we found the true culprit of the crime. You see, the detective found this guy, but actually, through my genius investigation, we found another culprit, and the defense lawyer did nothing for that. Even though it'll also be, some credit will go to me for making the case last long enough for that investigation to take place, but okay. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for. You see, Mr. Wright, the bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise. I guess Gumshoe gets the credit, but whatever. No, she was still credited anyways. And we took Acro directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story. But, remember yesterday, right? A couple of days ago, he still he went to his brother, right? So he could have put the statue there. Just wait a second. Something's funny about all this. Ha ha ha. It looks like you like the final nail to put into my coffin. Because you remember he went to his brother's place, right? So, but what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is that which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. He was killed by a blunt object. It doesn't matter what a blunt object is. The money could have easily done it, okay? And you can't rule my client as guilty anyways, but whatever. R. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where's the bust right now? I mean, I should stop criticizing it. It's just how I mean, that's what makes this case interesting, right? That's what makes this game interesting, right? We're fighting against a corrupt legal system, which is unfair, and we still manage to win. Okay, to protect others. Okay. You're Phoenix right. You know where the bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bust is? It seems this case is coming to a close. Not yet. The defense's counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Not yet. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end of the cross-examination of this witness. Hold it! Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, not even Phoenix. Maya? Let's go, Maya. Yes! Where's Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous and I just bit my tongue. It's fine, Maya. You did your thing again. What? We need time to do what? Where are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she? We need more time to do what? While you're pointing at Von Karma, Maya's right next to you. Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? But what? Are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Hey, wait, you can't be serious. Thank you, Maya. Let's do this. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Acro's lived his life up till now. Now, it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking a tightrope of logic, there's no room for a false step. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. The murder weapon! Where is Max's bust now? The lodging house? What does the tutorial say? I thought he was going to take it to the hospital where his brother is. Let's see. Walk through! But yeah, Maya did a hero thing again, but this time, the judge wasn't stupid enough to send her to contempt of court, because this time, he realizes, if I send her to contempt of court, wouldn't I be a hypocrite for letting Von Karma get away with this shit? Okay. Let's see. What does the tutorial say? The walkthrough. The walkthrough says... Courtroom. Ooh, this looks exciting. Somewhere in this courtroom. Ooh. It's in here. It's obvious. The bust is inside this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bust once and for all. The judge's bench. Oh, I heard that. Wait, I don't do this for fun. Hold up. Just for fun. Yeah? Okay. Okay, trust me, okay? It'll be funny. I want to see this. The judge's bench. Allow me to pinpoint the location once and for all. It's, well, what? Why did you stop talking all of a sudden? Well, I'm just not really sure if I should say anything or not, because the bust is under Your Honor's bench! You had to think about whether it was a good idea to say that. Whoa! What did you just say to me? What? Ah! What's that? You want a double? Here you go! Double! Ah! That's enough! This court sees no reason for you to prolong this trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of facts. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Billy Bob Jones, guilty, even though there's no evidence, the prosecution did not provide enough evidence because there's no murder weapon for that case either, but whatever. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at the higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. And it's don't worry, we can load the game, because I saved it, okay? Yeah. It's fine. Okay, we can load this. Anyways, prosecution, no, it'll be witness stand, right? I think. It's obvious, the bus is inside this very courtroom. Acro? Wait, where is it? The witness stand, yeah, just wanted to check. Witness stand! Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off of your wheelchair? He accepted his fate, didn't he? That's why he's hanging with his birds. I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you're a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket, because it seems to me it'd be really easy to say, hide a bust under there. Aww. Ha 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 ha. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. Aw, this is a tragic case, man. I can't hate on this case. It's such a I like the story of this case. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness does not change the fact that the bust is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Ms. Markarma happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found a murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over. Which is why you had to hide it, and the only place that you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again. Would you please remove the blanket from your lap? Oh, this is an emotional moment. Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played. That was good. I like this case. I don't know why. I know people hate this for various reasons. Maybe I can look at an analysis of the case, why people dislike it. But, like, I know if you're gonna say this case doesn't have much logic to it, I mean, it's an Ace Attorney case, okay? Some Ace Attorney cases, a lot of Ace Attorney cases, they have, like, some logical inconsistencies sometimes. Not logical inconsistencies, but, like, sometimes they can be a little unrealistic, you know, a little, like, where's the logic in this? This is stupid, you know? There can be some stupid things, right? But it's the story that matters, and I think that the story was good, okay? The gameplay, the story, it's that which matters. And I think it was still pretty good, okay? Is it as good as, like, Reunion and Turnabout? No, because Reunion and Turnabout was about Maya Fey. Obviously, that's gonna be better. Anyways, but seriously, though, good case, though, I'd say. You fool! How could you? Good case, good case. I like that. You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Maya. You gotta give credit to Maya. Miss Francisca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. Or I guess we give Von Karma the credit. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch a surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But a bust. Obviously, I could... Okay, so Regina is, like, trying to take care of you. She even throws the trash away for you, but then you heal her. Okay, whatever. I mean, I understand your position still. The bust. Obviously, I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Varkarma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. I mean, that doesn't explain why you took it to court this morning, though. Why couldn't you leave it in your room? I mean, I guess in case I question it, but still. Oh no, because you were directly taken to the prosecutor's office after Von Karma came to search your room. Okay, you were in your room. Your Von Karma was like, "Open the door! Prosecution! Open the door!" And you're like, "Oh no!" So you quickly hid it, and then Von Karma took you to the prosecution's office. Yeah. Ooh, so was Von Karma actually trying to help us? Wait a minute. So that way she can capture the guilty person? I mean, that feels like something like Edgewood. I feel like that's just like copying what Edgewood did. I don't believe Von Karma would do that because she was still trying to win, you know? Whereas Edgeworth, he still had like, intentions of like trying to prove the guilty man guilty. I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy, and now to be caught in the middle of court, hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Ms. Varkarma. It all makes sense now. I can't believe that Varkarma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Uh-huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it! Me? Make a mistake? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's what I thought. I like that better. I like that story better. She was trying to pin me, but she accidentally was the reason for her own doom. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that. So yeah, I think the credit goes to me and I think that's where the credit goes instead of Ron Karma, because Ron Karma just did that by accident. Let's see if we finally arrived at the truth. Alcro? Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the very big circus, Mr. Russellberry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime. Oh man. I like this case, man. Is it my favorite case of all time? No. But like, I still like this case, okay? Acro? I mean, I guess I had a lot of fun with this case, you know, doing stuff like Narumeo's shipping talking. So yeah, I did stretch a lot of episodes because we were having a lot of fun with the case, you know, but like Moe's voicing, Moe's lines, you know, talking about like commenting on the posters, talking about Sundeer voices, Anime Girl voices, whatever. It was pretty fun though, you know, doing this Let's Play. Maybe if I played the game normally, you know, just silence, you know, in a room, with just music, you know, just me being silent, it wouldn't have been that fun. But you know, doing the Let's Play this game, it was really fun, man. Really fun. I like this case. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard, you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I know she didn't mean for anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her, no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely, that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when he decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. I like this girl. Oh. Wait, why am I tearing up now? No, what? I know I'm gonna tear up, but now I'm like, my eyes are in tears too. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should have face cam for visual novels so you guys can see my eyes like getting a little. Oh my goodness. Teary. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself. Then I pondered giving myself. Oh my goodness, I'm actually crying now. This game does so much things to me. Oh my goodness. This game made me cry 2 cases in a row. It made me cry 2 cases. I'm actually tearing up now. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold up. Let me just take a picture of myself so you guys can see what I mean. Hold up. You guys are gonna see the picture. Right now, let me just do this picture. I'm gonna show you guys the picture. Hold up. I have flash on. What am I doing? But oh my goodness, I took a picture of myself. I look so dead inside, but you can see the red eye. You can see the red eyes. I'm like, I'm just like, what? Oh damn. Okay, I'm showing that picture. Okay, that's the only time I'm showing my face, okay, throughout the series. I mean, I showed my face on the channel before, but like, did not do face cam before, but goddamn, that made me cry. Oh my goodness, first, reunion and turnabout, and now this case. And then turnabout goodbyes obviously made me tear up a little bit, so did Fresh from the Ashes, but this case actually made me, oh goddamn. At first I thought I'd kill myself, then I pondered giving myself up, but I couldn't just give up and leave. I just couldn't, not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Okay, I know people hate this on this, I know people hate on this case, but I love this case, man. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. Now my nose is running. I mean, my nose usually runs all the time, so maybe this is a coincidence, but still. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again. I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Not guilty. Oh man, at what cost though? What cost? We got this man free, but about Acro. I want to defend Acro, man. I know in the Ace Attorney movie, actually I'm not gonna say anything. You watch the Ace Attorney movie, that like, those sort of details, like, you should watch it yourself, okay? I mean, I'm just gonna say it anyway, that's fine. But in the Ace Attorney movie, if you guys want to skip over, like, quickly, I'm not gonna click it. Just skip over until the next dialogue comes in. I'm gonna say the Ace Attorney movie spoiler. It's about the first 4 case. It's about the it's mostly about turnabout goodbyes, which you guys probably saw at this point. But just skip to the point where I go to the judge's next dialogue if you want to skip the spoiler. But anyways, for the Ace Attorney movie, it reminds me of how Phoenix Wright at the end of the movie says that he'll defend Yenny Yagi, because you know the movie especially emphasized Yenny Yagi's tragic backstory and the murder, right? So then Phoenix Wright at the end, to acknowledge that, you know, he says, I'm going to defend Yenny Yagi with my life or something like that. He says he's going to defend Yenny Yagi, and I thought that was really good, you know, him trying to protect Yenny Yagi, because even though he did a murder, it's still a tragic story, and I love that. So yeah, he's trying to be, he knows he was guilty, but he wants to help Yenny Yagi for the sake of helping him, and I like that. Anyways, time to move on. Something like that. I hope that somebody helps Acro and Acro gets away. Okay, nobody gets pinned for this murder. Okay, I hope Acro is fine. I hope he reunites with his brother. I hope he does. I hope that happens. Okay, I hope that comes true, because that'll be awesome. Anyways, this court is adjourned. December 30th. Wow, that was amazing. Okay. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Acro, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bad, not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question, and one I don't know the answer to. Many congrats, but only a max at max. A million of them. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room? We're just thinking about Acro. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's definitely crying the most because she realized that she's responsible. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hurt her the most. If I'm crying, she's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. Oh yeah, that's. And maybe we shouldn't have brought her to the trial. I mean, she was gonna find out eventually. So, sweetie pie, Bad and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want to know, Regina? Acro said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? You're really sure? I can believe that? Yep, Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know you're not just making up that stuff about Acro not wanting revenge. There's evidence? Walk through. How do I make Regina happy? Gotta fast forward. Okay. I want to know you're just okay. Yeah. What's the evidence? Sean Dingling. Yeah. There you go. Present. Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Oh. But bad. That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. I never knew. But now that Acro's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes, until he opens his eyes, and then until he can meet Acro again. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Acro. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little more peace of mind. Hey, Max! What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. Oh, they're all making up. It's a broken circus. The ringmaster's dead. Both the brothers are gone. So whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and wrap up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's a big question. Our master was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. The retrospect. Sometimes the comedians are the ones that give the greatest sometimes the comedians are the ones that give the most, the greatest. Sometimes the comedians are the ones that give the best quotes or something like that. Some of the most emotional conversation. I don't know. Sometimes the comedians are the ones that say the truth the most. I don't know. Speak our minds. I don't know. Comedians are the ones that speak our minds the most. I don't know. I cannot think of the quote that shows how comedians are really good at this sort of stuff. Emotional stuff. I don't know. I forgot the quote. Okay, forgot. Sometimes the comedians are the ones that are able to do the best of this stuff. Okay, they're good at other things other than being funny. Okay, like me, I'm good at other stuff being funny. I'm not funny to begin with. Okay, that's a real thing to cry about. But seriously though, that's why I made a decision. What is it? I decided that I will take over as the new ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. You got this, Mo. The best circus this world has ever seen? Don't laugh! That's quite the goal. Yay! I can't wait. Usually he wants us to laugh, but this time he doesn't. Good writing there. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means this circus needs the best magician the world's ever seen! Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? Turning over a new leaf? Let's go. I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today? We've got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo? Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry. Is Ben gonna come in here? Or did we forget about him? Max. Nick! It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here. I can't wait to go see the best circuses the world has ever seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Ah, what a great way to end this. Aha! 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 I see what made the case. Yesterday's surprise raid. I guess we're living off a cliffhanger again. It really paid off, just like you said it would. You had it all figured out, didn't you? Ah. It was just a theory. Okay! If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was a defense attorney. You mean Mr. Ride? Of course. Well, Detective, my plane is about to leave. As for Mr. Acro's case, you need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office as soon as I get back. Understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. I should be surprised. This would be a moment I'm surprised, but the thing is, in the walkthrough, they kind of used this CG as a thumbnail, so I didn't know the CG was gonna happen. So yeah. So the Edgeworth's return was supposed to be a surprise, but unfortunately, I already spoiled that his return was coming, but this cutscene was supposed to be a surprise that Edgeworth's ooh, he orchestrated this, but as soon as I read the dialogue, I see detected as he's talking to him. I'm like, oh, okay. I couldn't have been surprised because I saw the CG in the walkthrough thumbnail. Luckily, I won't spoil that for you guys. Okay, in the thumbnail of this video. Okay, Edward. Hopefully, if you guys are new to the game, Edward showing up at the end there was a surprise. Unless I spoiled it with my voicing because I already knew what was happening. Anyways, oopsies. Well, that was a good case in my opinion. Okay, I like that case. I enjoyed that. I guess it's mostly because I was thinking of a playthrough, a fun let's play of the game. So yeah, it ended up being really fun. But yeah, that was great, in my opinion. I like that. Well, I don't know what else to say. I like that, and I enjoyed that case. Okay, I enjoyed all these cases. People were hitting on Lost Turnabout. I still enjoyed that somewhat. Same thing Reunion. No, everyone liked Reunion and Turnabout. Reunion and Turnabout, I don't think anybody disliked, so that was a good case. I thought so too. Same thing with Turnabout Big Top. People disliked this case. People think this is the worst case. I disagree. I enjoyed that case. I enjoyed that case. But other than that, I don't know what else to say. Well, that was pretty fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.